Skittles. Hi there, it's Murdo here, Hungry Nuts with a Z, Hungry Nuts with a Z. How are you doing? How are you doing? I hope you're well. Now, it's Friday afternoon, 3:30. Been a little bit noisy next door. The neighbours moved out. The guys are up fixing all the house. All the workmen are up fixing all the house. And yeah, so I'm watching all the workmen going in and out the house. No my type, no my type. Or are they my type? No enough high-vis, no enough high-vis for me. Anyway, what am I up to? What am I like to start off with? The pink hair, shaved off the beard. I thought I'll shave off the goatee, the pink goatee. What am I up to? Well, not very much. Because I've not been well, as usual. You know what I'm like, with my depression and bipolar. But I haven't been well as far as tiredness goes. I've been pretty tired. When you've got like bipolar and that and depression, sometimes I'm up for maybe like 3 or 4 days without sleeping and pretty hyper, and then all of a sudden I get really, really tired. So today I've been tired. David was here, my partner David was here, and oh look, that was that thing he got me. Remember that Betty? He says that'll do for your 10, and I went, that'll be right. Look at that. Look at all the work that's went into that crochet duvet. Well, no duvet, Betty, I call it a Betty. Someone put a lot of work into that, doing that. Bright, it's white and it's bright colours. I love it. So I put it on the back of my sofa. And yeah, David says that'll do for your new 10. I went, no way. So it's on the sofa now. Right, I'm gibbering. I've still got this breathless cough a wee bit. Now I done a wee video today, and what it was just a picture, and it was a old picture of someone that I knew a long time ago who I really, really miss. And his name was Ian Andrew Docherty, and he was 27-year-old, and he was my first partner, Ian, and he come from Barrhead, just outside Glasgow, and he was one of the most kindest guys you could ever meet. He would do anything to help anybody, as long as somebody wasn't taking the piss, you know, he would help anybody. And he helped me. And what happened is, back in 1991, I met him in 1990 when I worked in a gay nightclub. I was a DJ in a gay nightclub here in Dundee. And Ian was a bouncer at the gay nightclub. But his proper job was an area manager for Scottish Gas. But at the weekends, he used to become a bouncer because he was big built. And he used to be a wrestler as well. He done wrestling down in Barrhead when he was younger. But we decided to get a hotel. Ian bought a hotel, and it was in a place called Culross, spelled Culross. I probably tell you about this in other videos, but I thought I'll just mention it again. Culross, Culross. And they film a series there in Culross. It's in West Fife here in Scotland, and it's run by the National Trust, and it's really like, it's ancient. If you ever get the chance to go to Culross, go. It's a little village, not very far from Dunfermline, and it's in between Dunfermline and Kincardine Bridge, and it's also near High Valley Field and Low Valley Field, which were mining communities back years ago. And it's on the Firth of Forth in West Fife, as I say. Anyway, Ian wanted to buy a hotel, and he bought a hotel which was called the Dundonald Arms Hotel. I don't think it's no longer there. I think they demolished it or they renovated it. It had been lying empty for a long time, and I think it's been renovated now into holiday accommodation. Now, a lot of people go there to Culross because they filmed a series round about that area. Now, I can't remember the bloody series. I've probably got it wrong, but I think it was something like Highlander. It wasn't a Highlander, it was something like that. But you would take a Google it. What was filmed in Culross, spelled Culross. It was a famous series, and a lot of the fans go to Culross now to see the village. So anyway, getting back to Ian, who died in 1991 on the 14th of July, which is today. And it came sudden. Ian was diabetic, and he was only 27 when he died. And I was upstairs in the hotel, upstairs in one of the rooms, and Ian was downstairs in the bar. And anyway, the ambulance was called. He was dead. He died. He just died like that. Diabetes, and he was just working too hard. He was worried about this hotel being a success for her, and he worked too hard, and his sugar level, he wasn't looking after his diabetes. He was worrying too much. And I used to always say to him, just try and stop worrying, just try and stop worrying. And he was like, yeah, whatever. But he died, 27-year-old. And it's 32 years ago now, and I still miss him. I really miss him. He was my first partner, I was on the gay scene for a wee while before I met Ian, and I never ever met anybody until I met Ian, and he looked after me. And my mum liked him a lot, and my dad and everything. He was a great guy. But as you know, since then, things have moved on. I'm really sad what happened to Ian, really sad, and I'll always remember him. But as you know, life goes on. And I met David. And David doesn't stay with me. David's my new partner, and I met David in 1990, the end of 1997, I think it was, when I come back to Dundee. And I've been with him ever since. So I've been with him, 26 years. David's on some of these videos. He's crazy. Crazy boy, David. Crazy boy. The light's not very good in here, I notice. The light, my face is awfully white. So anyway, David, I've been with for 26 years. David's ex-army. He's a Gulf War veteran. He served in the first Gulf War, and he's got loads of medals and everything. So I'm proud of him. And when I met him, I thought it would just be like, oh, he'll not want to pal about with me, Ken. But he did. And he's been with us ever since for 26 years. And he's looked after us. He says that I look after him, but I don't really think I do. Maybe I must do something right at times. We argue a lot, but couples do argue, don't they? A lot of couples argue. Right, I'm gibbering. So anyway, today is a sad day for me. With Ian dying 32 years ago. A lot of people will be going, that's a long time, get over it. But you didn't get over your first partner or lover, do you? Or someone that you really cared about. You didn't get over it, because it's someone that you really cared about and loved. So I'm thinking of Ian the day. David now went away and tried to keep me happy today. He bought me a painting for my house. He knows I like canvases. He got me that one at the back, see it? So he got me that. It's nice and colourful. It's just what do you call it? It's a scene, like neon colours, is it? Of a street with neon lights and that. But I like that sort of thing. So anyway, Skittles is wondering where David's went, but he's away home. David went away home. But before he went home, he went away and got my tablets for us for my depression and bipolar at the chemist. But I never knew, he never told me that he got his army pension the day. Because David's got an army pension now, and he treats me quite a lot. Buys me things in that every month. And as I say, he got me that painting. He bought me a massive big carry-out and bottles of wine. And and tons of food for when he comes back up. Steak pies and everything. So when I said David's good to us, he's really good to us. And anyway, he's got his own house. We don't stay together. But he's up here, he looks after me. And my mum liked David and the dad. David used to go out drinking with my dad when he was alive. And my mum used to say, David's my adopted son, because I lost my big brother back in 95, and David was always with me. And my mum knew David was my partner, and she knew that Ian was my partner. Ian had died. But my mum says, I like David. David's wild at times. He could be wild. And I worry about him because of what happened to Ian, with Ian dying. Because David runs about stupid at times. He's always on the go. And I'm always saying to David, you're going to calm down. He's like, says exactly the same thing as what Ian said. Yeah, whatever. He's happy when he's busy. See, David's happy when he's busy doing things, And he always says, stop telling me what to do. I'm no Ian, I'll be alright. I'll no die like Ian. And then, I just worry. And he knows I worry. So yeah, this is what I'm up to. I'm watching my TV. I've got it on pause at the moment. I paused it. I'm watching a channel called Now 80s, and it's all the 80s music that I used to be into when I was a young boy in my 20s, back in the 80s. I left school in 1981, and I'm coming up for almost 60-year-old, and I'm going to be with pink hair, am I? I'm going to be with pink hair. Now, before I go on this chatty video, come what David got me. He got me this. He says, here's something for you. He says, but it's only a joke. Check it out. He says, this'll go with your pink hair. I went, what is it? I opened it up. You must think I'm some sort of tart. Get what I mean? You must think I'm some sort of tart, a 60-year-old man. Check this out. It's called Carnival Colours. Mardi Gras Colours. Look at this. It's got a mirror. It's, what is it called? It's for your eyes, or for your cheeks. It's a make-up bloody kit. What's he playing at? He says, I picked this up for you, I got you this. He's been watching too much of RuPaul's Drag Race. I think he's trying to get me dressing up. You'll be buying me frocks. Can't say that word. Frocks. Dresses. You'll be buying me dresses next to mini skirts. I look like Divine. Remember the singer Divine? If you don't know who Divine is, go and Google it. Divine. You think you're a man, but you're only a boy. Great song. He got me that. He says, I'm only joking. Do you know what? I'll put some of that on. I'll go out one day with my mad tracksuits on, my bright coloured tracksuits, and wear that. I'll put some of that on and be like the old 80s, like Duran, like a new romantic. The only thing is it'll be like an old fat romantic, will it? Me. Right, I'm going to get going. Skittles is staring out the window. And yeah, that's my chat for Friday. Have a super weekend. Thanks for coming to the Hungry Nuts channel with Z. Sorry about the writing here. I'll get going just now. Just close the window, you know. I'll get going just now. I will catch you on my next video. I've gibbered, and I'll see you soon. And if you're homophobic, as I said in the last video, then you don't have to watch my videos. But if you're open-minded, then that's quite okay. I'll get going just now. It's Hungry Nuts Murdo. Have a nice weekend. I'm going to take a couple of drinks. I've got a bottle of wine there, and I'm going to sit and chill out and remember Ian. But I'm not going to be upset. I wouldn't get upset. I had a wee cry this morning. But I'm not going to get upset because Ian wouldn't have wanted me to be upset. But I'll get going just now. Take care. Love yous. Bye for now from Hungry Nuts. Ciao.